Good morning, this is your AI host, Jay. I'm here with the automatically generated, Journato, morning headlines on January 5, 2023. Taraneh al-Adousti, Iran releases top actress held for supporting protests. BBC, Iran releases actress Taraneh al-Adousti on bail. Taraneh al-Adousti held for protest, News 18 Live. CNN News 18, Iranian actor Taraneh al-Adousti released from jail after family post-bail. The Guardian, Iran frees actress Taraneh al-Adousti jailed for backing protests. Al Jazeera English, Taraneh al-Adousti, Iranian actress released from prison after showing support for executed protester. Management of 5 firms linked to Pegasus maker NSO is moved to London. COVID News, Live, UK, not prepared for new wave, as XBB.1.5 cases soar. The Independent, WHO really concerned about COVID situation with intense transmission in several parts of the world. Sky News, is the new COVID variant one to watch? ITV News, COVID, new XBB.1.5 variant will drive next wave of virus in UK, experts warn. The Independent, what is the new COVID variant dubbed the variant to watch out for in 2023? Bike maker Brompton to source fewer parts from China and Taiwan. The Guardian, British firms race to exit Taiwan ahead of Chinese invasion. Daily Mail, invasion fears prompt Brompton to reduce reliance on Taiwan. The Times, Brompton bikes gear up to leave China. Number of populist world leaders at 20-year low. German New Year riots prompt calls for firework ban. BBC, German police union calls for action after New Year attacks. The Independent, what's behind NY attacks on German police, firefighters. DW, English, Germany calls for fireworks ban after attacks on rescue services. The Guardian, Germany condemns New Year's attacks on fire, police officers. Makiivka attack, could mobile phones have revealed Russian location? BBC, Russia-Ukraine war at a glance, what we know on day 316 of the invasion. The Guardian, Gravitas, Russia blames mobile phones for a missile attack in Makiivka. WION, deadly Ukraine strike reveals Russian tech weakness. France 24 English, HIMARS missile strike in Ukraine's Donetsk caused by use of mobile phones, Russia. BTK killer's daughter sensed her father in the Idaho murders. Bryan Kohberger's arrest took her breath away. The Independent, Bryan Kohberger, criminology student suspected of killing 4 university students to be extradited. Sky News, Idaho murders suspect makes first court appearance. CBS Mornings, Explainer, next steps and new details in Idaho killings. The Independent, Bryan Kohberger appears in court ahead of extradition to Idaho, USA Today. California doctor facing attempted murder charge after driving Tesla off cliff with family inside. Sky News, doctor arrested for attempted murder after driving family off 250 feet cliff. The Telegraph, pictured, doctor who intentionally drove family off cliff in Tesla. Daily Mail, family of 4 still hospitalized after father drove off cliff. Pope Benedict had undeniable presence for Francis, says Archbishop. Benedict XVI funeral expected to draw tens of thousands to St. Peter's Square. The Guardian, Live, view of St. Peter's Square ahead of Pope Benedict's funeral. The Independent, Joe Biden shares tense exchange with reporter over Pope's funeral. The Independent, with Pope Benedict's death, Vatican enters a new era. The Hill, Pope Francis to lead ex-pontiff Benedict's funeral. Satellite images show dramatic lack of snow in ski resorts as heat in Europe annihilates records. Sky News, warm winter temperatures across Europe extreme weather event, say meteorologists. BBC News. BBC News, photos, Europe sees spell of record warm winter temps. Al Jazeera English, record high temperatures across Europe leave Alps without snow. Guardian News, European weather, winter heat records smashed all over continent. Evacuations ordered in California as massive storm slams into coast. BBC, San Francisco braces for catastrophic storm that meteorologist says will be the most impactful. Daily Mail, truly brutal storm, to smash US with flooding, landslides and deaths predicted. Express, Evacuations ordered as California storm knocks out power. The Westmoreland Gazette. Here's how Bay Area is preparing for powerful storm taking aim at region. China COVID. EU officials strongly urge testing for travel. BBC. EU recommends pre-departure COVID tests for passengers from China. Al Jazeera English. EU recommends asking travelers from China for negative COVID test. Anadolu Agency, English. EU agrees on response to China's COVID wave, but it's not mandatory. Politico Europe. EU countries strongly encouraged to demand Chinese passengers take COVID tests. Makiivka strike. What we know about the deadliest attack on Russian troops since Ukraine war began. The Guardian. Makiivka. Russia blames missile attack on soldiers' mobile phone use. BBC. Devastating strike on Russian military base in Ukraine exposes gross criminal incompetence. France 24 English. Russia-Ukraine updates. Macron to send light tanks to Ukraine. Al Jazeera English. Morning. Finger pointing in Russia after scores killed in Makiivka rocket strike. House Speaker vote. Live. McCarthy vows to fight on despite humiliation as House adjourns amid chaotic scenes. The Independent. Kevin McCarthy. Republican rebels dig heels in over Speaker despite Trump's appeal. The Times. Kevin McCarthy. 3 ways the House Speaker stalemate could finally end. BBC. The House Speaker fiasco shows that Republicans are unable to govern. The Guardian. Factbox. How does the U.S. House of Representatives decide on a Speaker? Pope Benedict XVI. Around 200,000 attend lying in state. BBC. Catholics flock to Vatican for Pope Benedict's funeral. Pope Emeritus funeral live. News 18 live. CNN News 18. Pope Benedict's funeral today will make history. Sky News. More than 135,000 Catholics flock to Vatican as Benedict XVI lies in state. The Guardian. Benedict XVI. The Pope who gave it all up. This was all for the news. Thanks for listening. Please do not forget to like and subscribe.